Guys and gals, Jeff here with the Common Sense Camper. Hopefully you like the new studio setup. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but I thought this looked pretty cool. So make a comment below if you like it. Hopefully it's an improvement from just staring at a block wall. So today I'm going to talk about camp chair. I've lost all of the ultralight crowd. And I haven't done a review on it because it's just one of those things that it works and I keep forgetting about it. So I'm going to share that with you today. So the chair I'm talking about is this. No, it's not the Gossamer Gear 1/8" foam pad. However, this is something new I just purchased, and I tell you, this thing has a million uses. I will do a review of it later, but what I decided was that I didn't need the stuff sack for the chair, and I just wrapped it up in this and then put it on the top of my backpack with the Y strap. So that worked out pretty well. So this is the Helinox Chair Zero. I've had this almost 3 years, and I have to tell you, I'm very, very impressed with it. I weigh about 215 pounds, so I'm not a light guy, and this thing has really, really held up surprisingly well. So basically you have a seat, which is this part here, and as you can tell, I burnt a hole in that on a trip at Wildcat Hollow in the Wayne National Forest section, and I just put some Gorilla Tape on it on the site. Like when it happened, I haven't replaced it, and it's stayed in place and hasn't torn out any further. So that's pretty impressive. One of the things you want to look at when you're buying one of these types of chairs is the important part is this area right here, and that's where those poles go into the chair. Now I've seen knockoffs of these, and that's typically where they fail. That's where it'll tear. I've had no issues with this. This has kind of like a hard plastic kind of insert piece, and it's really well stitched, and there's no signs of wear or anything on those corners. That's the most important part. The other part of it, this thing just kind of goes together by itself. It's bungeed together, and it just kind of falls in place. You put it together and put this over top of it, and you're good to go. The only thing that I would say is a downfall to this. These are the legs for the chair. There's 4 of them. If you're in wet ground, these sink into the ground pretty easily. And I've actually fallen out of the chair by doing that. Now, if you're in an area that's really wet, there is a solution for that. And you can buy a pad which goes on the bottom, and again, the feet just go into these little pockets. And I've taken this out when I know it was gonna be wet, and this has worked really well, and the chair is not sunken into the ground. Now, this is one made by Trekology, and you can get this on Amazon, and this is about 1/3 of the price of the one from Helinox. For some reason, Helinox is very proud of this bottom pad, and they're expensive. So I would stray away from that one and just get this one, because like I said, I typically don't carry this all the time. I'm only gonna take this if I know it's gonna be really wet and we're in an area that's really muddy. So to give you some of the specs on the chair, I've seen these as high as 119, which is typical price, and I've seen them go on sale a lot of times. I think REI had a sale on these at one time that was like $89. So the dimension, the packed up dimension, if you put it in the stuff sack, or if you don't put it in the stuff sack, but the stuff sack kind of gives you a better idea of the actual dimensions. So this dimension here from end to end when you pack it up is 13.5 inches or 35 centimeters. The weight for just the chair and the whole assembly here without the stuff sack is 1 pound 1 ounce or 49 kilograms. With the stuff sack, it's about 1 pound 2 ounces. On my scale, is actually 1 pound 3 ounces, but I'm okay with that. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Or 51 kilograms with the stuff sack. The weight that you can put in this seat, they rate that at 265 pounds or 120 kilograms. The warranty is 5 years, and I have to say that I doubt that they get very many of these back, because like I said, it's a legit piece of gear. Now, for you new backpackers, you're probably asking yourself, well, why are the ultralight people so against chairs? And here's why. When they get to their destination, they've probably put in 15, 20 miles a day. They're gonna set up camp, their shelter, tent, hammock, whatever it may be. They're gonna eat and they're gonna go right to bed. However, most of us that are only gonna do a weekend, or a lot of times I'll do 3 or 4 days. But I'll tell you, when I got to camp, I was so happy to have this chair. And again, it's one of those things I've had, I've abused it. I mean, the thing smells like really bad campfire right now. Wish you could smell it. Actually, I'm glad you can't smell it. I have burn a hole in it and put tape on it, and it has really lasted and has held up remarkably well. You want something that's lightweight. This is just over a pound. You cannot go wrong with this chair. This is Jeff with the Common Sense Camper, camping out.